Greetings, fellow magical wanderers. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I speak that you are having an absolutely beautiful, blessed grand risings. I am nearly just waking up with this channeled message coming through that is why I'm here. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it while it's hot and fresh and ready. And feel free to take a couple of deep breaths before we go into it. I'm going to chime the 528 hertz tuning fork, and this is just going to attune to our higher selves, opening ourselves up to this higher guidance and activating our discernment, our intuition, so that we can take what resonates and leave what does not. So take some deep breaths while I chime this for us. Inhaling very deep. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. I'm going to clear your auric field, opening your field up to receive this higher guidance, and trust that I'm only invoking high vibrational, unconditionally loving spirit in this energy field right now between you and I and spirit. Bridging the gap, there is no difference, and we are one. You're divinely guided. We are eternally divinely blessed. Opening thy crown chakra, higher self, I decree thy presence unto Hunter now, in divine order to channel a clear message that the collective is needing at this time. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for being here. Thank you for your presence. Thank you, Spirit guides, angels, elementals, higher self, and collective watching this right now. There's a message coming through that is expressing ease and grace, having more so the sense of ease and grace with yourself at this time, because there's been this feeling of you trying out new things for yourself, finding what works for you and what doesn't, maybe forming new lifestyle habits that feel better, and ultimately you are seeking more happiness and personal fulfillment in your life. And Spirit wants you to know that this is a series of waves that you are passing through right now. Waves that will have you be feeling really, really up and up and up, and like you're doing really good for yourself and you're really proud of your habits and it's going really well for you, and then before you know it, starts to kind of go down the wave, and maybe you fall out of the pattern or habit that you made for yourself that's positive nature, and you fall into like a comfort zone or what you used to do, and you know, in that process you may be feeling unhappy or even sad or angry at yourself, because all you want to do is bring betterment to your life and follow the new routine that you set for yourself. But Spirit urges you not to be too hard on yourself, because this is a process you are evolving into. okay? It's just like planting seeds at a certain time of the year, knowing that they're not going to be blooming in the same month or the same week. They're going to be blooming most likely at a certain time the next year in the next season. So have that ease, grace, and patience with yourself. You have indeed formed that new lifestyle habit that feels absolutely great for you. And just because you maybe feel set back a little bit or fall into a comfort zone or doing what you used to do, doesn't mean it's gone forever. Doesn't mean you can't just bring it back up and start trying again. You can always choose to try again. And this will allow you the knowing and the feeling to just be you in this process as much as you possibly can, as much as you want to. And just being you will innately allow you to better understand yourself through this process and how to best care for your needs or whatever is surfacing at this time, and ultimately allow this to be a much smoother process instead of such like rip currents and mountains of waves that you feel like you're going up and over and down and up and over and down. More so, will like flatten it out a little bit, and you will begin to feel your own state of flow that feels comfortable to you. And that is a blessing. To find your own flow and what works for you, I feel should be the ultimate goal in this life, because it is what will bring you deeper personal fulfillment, enjoyment of life, inspiration, encouragement to go towards your dreams and your goals, knowing what goals you're wanting to set for yourself. You know, getting to know yourself is so very, very, very important. And ultimately, that is the purpose of Hunter's channeling here on this platform, is to really connect you to your most truest, authentic self again, in that God righteousness and sovereignty, so that you can take full accountability for your life and know that you are the chosen one because you hold the free will to choose. And that's everyone. Okay? Everyone's the chosen one. The one is the chosen one. So know that you are free. Innately, forever, eternally. You are free. This life is your sandbox. It's your magic book. It's your playground. It's whatever you want it to be. And if you don't view it as your sandbox or your playground or your magic book, and you feel more trapped, or you feel like, oh, I don't like my life, whatever, then it is what you want it to be. It's all by choice, and it's all up to you to make that choice, how you will live your life. And again, Spirit is saying, don't be hard on yourself. There are ways of evolution that we are just beginning to come to understanding, again, in a new light and in a new awakening, in a way that we have perhaps yet to have seen on this planet, or perhaps have not seen on this planet in a very, very, very long time, and our soul is beginning to remember it. And I'll speak for Hunter personally. There's been times where he has felt really subconsciously pressured to fit into a mold. Now, get this. This mold wasn't necessarily so strongly created by outside forces. This mold was actually created by himself, and the standards and the high expectations he placed on himself for himself to follow, or else or else he's going to be unhappy, or else he's going to be unsuccessful, or else he's not going to be attractive to his desires and whatever. But Spirit is saying, it's your story. You get to make it how you want it. So choose wisely. Get to know yourself so that you are actually knowing what you are choosing. Be consciously chosen. And, you know, there's a time when Hunter even created new lifestyle habits for himself. They were feeling really, 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 really good. Just absolutely aligned with his higher self, he felt, or he perceived. And what occurred over time was, as this was feeling really good, it was bringing him the benefits that he sought out in the first place, which is why he started doing it. But he became bored of it. And so there was a little slip back that started to happen slowly but surely. And, you know, he did allow some outside influences to help him make those choices that weren't necessarily aligned with new goals and the new lifestyle habits he set for himself. So slowly but surely there was setbacks happening, and comfort zones started to come back, and old habits started to phase back in. And then he started to feel a bit down on himself, and like he was failing at his own success. He was just absolutely he's feeling way up here, like, you know, and then these things started happening, and then he fell into a comfort zone. And now Hunter is on his way to build himself back aligned with his goals and his new aspirations of life and his new habits and patterns that is not influenced by the slightest of the outside. No matter what, he knows that what happened that made him feel setback was just a lesson, because now he has felt what that brings when he allows those outside influences, and he does not want it because it feels dirty and it takes him away from his goals. And although there was a lesson there, he's still not wanting to remain in this feeling because it feels dirty and not like his true, most authentic self. So now he's building himself back along his goals, new lifestyle habits and patterns that actually serve his highest, greatest good, embodying his higher self so that he can live the most optimal timeline that he can perceive at this time, and that will best help him move forward in achieving his life's destiny, whatever he makes that to be. And that's also another thing, is destiny is like, it's a wheel of fortune, and you can always spin it. You can always spin it, and it can always change. It's never set in stone. You know, even if you come to this planet with an original blueprint, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna end up doing this, I'm gonna do. It's gonna be like this. Free will changes everything. Free will. So if you become a conscious chosen one, what does that mean? You can absolutely change your destiny. Now, it's not necessarily by the flick of a switch, but you can change your destiny by forming new lifestyle patterns and habits and dreams and goals and aspirations, getting to know who you truly are in your authenticity, in your sovereignty, in your God righteousness, and begin to form a new life after a new life after a new life. It's constantly evolving. Constantly. But just as you plant a seed in the ground, knowing that it will bloom into a tree, whatever tree that may be. But we know one thing for certain. If we plant a seed in the ground knowing it's going to be a cherry tree, it's going to start blooming and growing and fruiting as a cherry tree. But this tree is ever evolving. New branches can sprawl out different directions. It can grow to new heights, or it can stay a little short, little cherry tree. But the point is that it will always be a cherry tree. It will always be a cherry tree. Therefore, you will always be a spiritual being having a human experience. And that is what that is. And as soon as you can truly realize that and integrate that into your subconsciousness and your consciousness and work with that and build your life upon that knowingness, you can best find out how to allow spirit completely into your life to help you co-create your dreams, your paradise on earth, whatever you want. Can help you manifest, can help you really become clear what you want in life. And that can be whatever kind of process you want it to be, because that's by your choice. So, yeah. But there's something special about that, you know, because as much as the cherry tree can grow and change forms and you know, look different every season, it's still always remaining a cherry tree in its blueprint design, in its originality. It's always going to be that cherry tree. And again, I don't know what metaphor this is for someone right now, but I know someone's needing to hear it or become aware of it, because this can be powerful in you just recognizing that you can always be who you are, but open yourself up to changing and sprawling out and growing your roots in different directions, allowing you to grow to new heights, allowing you to bear more fruit in your life. There's always choice to grow. And there's always room for growth. So, I'm really proud of you. I'm happy for you. And I'm really excited for you, because this next chapter moving forward that you are really consciously going after, and also like magnetically attracting, due to the lessons you've learned, the uncomfortability that you have felt based on your own self-sabotage and you stepping back into fields that you don't really want to belong to or you want to have nothing to do with. These are all allowing you to move forward in a more strong, stable, deeply rooted, conscious awareness of who you really are and where you are going in life what you are doing, and why. So, every experience is a blessing in disguise. So if you are feeling heavy right now at this time, I'll chime my tuning fork for you, elevating and dissolving any low density, low vibrational energies in your field at this time. Cleaning you up, baby. Look at you. You are so beautiful. Look at that halo. You are glowing. You are doing so good on your journey, and you're so healthy and radiant and also very wealthy along your path. Like, you don't really have anything to worry about. Just trust the process. Love yourself and allow yourself to live. Allow yourself to live. So, recapping from the beginning, don't be too hard on yourself if you find that you have slipped back into old habits or patterns that you thought you got yourself out of. Just know it's a process of growing. And just because you slip back doesn't mean it's gone forever, what you have gained and new for yourself and you were really liking. Grace, ease, patience, and self-love will help you through this process and allow you to return to your center again, doing the things that you love, that bring you healing, that bring you that magnetism and that amplification of your auric glowing field. And every day is a new opportunity to change. So perhaps today can be the new opportunity for you to choose to move forward again, to set new goals, to set new aspirations, and be more strong in your sovereignty, knowing what you want and what you don't want. Because now I feel like you know that even more clear. And now is the time that you are consciously willing to choose the life you are creating. So, blessed be you. Thou art that. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for having a beautiful, prosperous, abundant, successful day. Why is today so radiantly happy for you? Why is today feeling so different for you? You're feeling so uplifted. You're looking at yourself differently in the mirror in loving eyes through pure loving awareness. You are just absolutely glowing radiantly. Today is such a beautiful day for you. And I'm so happy for you. You deserve it. You are worthy. And your dreams are coming onto fruition. So continue being you, continue doing your process, and remember, ease, patience, and grace. Till next time, namaste.